Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Amy and today I'm going to talk about just pursuing your passions and desires that you may have. So I'm going to read from Matthew 25:14 to 18, and this is the NIV version, and it says, "For it was like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted to them his property. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another two, to another one, to each according to his ability. He who had 5 bags of gold went with them and traded, and he made five more. So also he who had the 2 bags of gold gained two more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole, and hid his money in the ground." So when I first read that, I was like immediately drawn to the guy who had 1 bag of gold instead of the other ones who had five or two who invested it and took a risk with more money. He took his bag of gold and he dug into the ground and buried it. And it kind of just made me think about us. Like sometimes we have these passions in our hearts or these desires that, I want to learn how to play drums or draw or play an instrument, or I really like science and math, or I really like business or marketing, whatever it is. We have these desires and these passions, and sometimes we just push them aside because it doesn't fit in with, what we think we should be doing, or, I don't have enough time, or if I pursue this instead of what my family wants me to do, or instead of what my community thinks is acceptable, then, I'm going to be like an outcast, or I'm not going to fit in, or whatever the thing is. We either use fear or we compare ourselves to other people and other people's talents and gifts, and we dig a hole for ourselves and we hide our talents in there. Instead of using them, we just push them aside. So I was like, wow, we a lot of times we're like the man who hid his bag of gold, who was afraid to spend it or use it, and instead of investing it like the ones that had five or two and actually getting a profit, he just had the same amount and he never even used it. And that's just like us. We have our talents and we know what they are, we may not know what they are, and we just never use it. We never pursue them, we never invest in ourselves. And I feel like it's very important to know that we all have different talents and different gifts and different things we want to do for a specific reason. And in 1 Corinthians 12:12, God compares us to the human body. He compares how the human body, everything is different. There's an arm, there's a leg, there's a mouth, there's a nose, and that's how we are as people. We're all different. We all have different skills. We all have different abilities, for a specific reason, because we're all good at something different. And it's okay to be better at one thing than the next person, and it's just comparing us to that. And I think what really helps me with that is just remembering Jeremiah 29:11, where it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, plans to give you a hope and a future." And some versions say to give you an expected end. And that's just really reassuring because God has an expected end for you. Like He gave you certain skills, He gave you certain desires, He gave you certain passions for a reason, because He has an expected end. He has a place He wants you to be. He has a place He wants to take you. And it's like if you never explore those passions, you never explore those talents or desires, you may never get there because you're so busy modeling your life after someone else. You're so busy running after other talents and other gifts and other passions that are may not even yours, maybe what your family wants you to do, or maybe what your friends or society wants you to do, and you're missing out on His plan for your life. So I think it's really important to just know that we have certain gifts, we have certain talents, we have certain passions for a specific reason. And it's so important to just, pursue them, just look into it. I love drawing. Let me get a drawing pad and just see what happens and put my artwork out there. Whatever it is, just go after it wholeheartedly and just know that, it's for a specific purpose, it's for a specific reason. And it's so important to use it to not only know your passions and your desires, but to also, use it the right way. And that's super simple. You can seriously just be like, "God, what's up? It's me. I really like photography, or I really like math, I really like science, I love children, I'm super organized. God, like these are the things I'm really good at, and what can I do with them? Like what do you want me to do with them?" Because it's one thing to know what you're good at, but it's another thing to know how you should use them. That's just as important. How to use your skills is just as important as knowing what your skills are. So, I guess just to summarize, don't compare yourself to other people and what they're good at, because you individually have something that you're great at. You have a passion that was put in you for a specific reason. If you would just explore the passion, if you would just take it to God and be like, "Hey, you gave me this passion, you gave me this desire, what do you want me to do with it?" you'll be so amazed at like what's gonna happen. You'll be so amazed at how much joy and fulfillment you have for just pursuing the things that you actually care about. So I hope this video encouraged you to somehow, look into yourself and see what you like doing and just explore it and just see the outcome. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comment, you can leave them below, or you can email me at godiswithinher1@gmail.com. You can also email any topics that you'd like me to cover, and I hope to see you guys next time.